that there won't just be one answer, but I think the most interesting feature that we're seeing evolving is the diaspora city, so the distributed city. And here we can talk specifically about what's happening with Hong Kong, but there are a few other ones too, where obviously, you know, the Chinese Communist Party is cracking down on Hong Kong, wanting to make it more part of mainland China. And obviously Hong Kong's had special economic and civil liberties for some time now. So the people there have become accustomed to a certain level of freedom, and they're quite reluctant to give up on, as you can see on all the protests going on there. But what's interesting is that some of those activist groups in Hong Kong are trying to create a distributed city. So taking the people of Hong Kong and distributing them across the world. So you've got a city, but a city defined by mindset and ideology, and perhaps even a social structure, rather than defined by geography. So that's a very interesting way of putting it. I know that Britain has said that they're willing to take on some of those people. Places like Canada have also said they're also willing to take on some of Hong Kong. There's even been some people in South Africa that said they want to sort of create an outpost for Hong Kong. Yeah, I think that sort of diaspora city is quite interesting over there. At the same time, I think that we are also going to see that sort of the new cities are going to look less like cities and feel more in touch with humanity once again. So we're seeing a lot of crossover, and that's a sort of a nearer-term trend, and this is a larger, broader, global trend of sort of bringing nature into the city. So if you've been in London lately, not that any of us have been anywhere this year, but you know, like recently, I've done a lot of things in terms of like agriculture in any cities, from everything from sort of bee farms to growing food underground to all the rest of it. So sort of bringing that whole sustainability closer to the core, so it becomes less wasteful in total, so that people are closer to the things that people need, which is food and there's space and there's green things, so we don't feel like we're depressed in those sort of very planned cities that I was talking about earlier. So I think those are two interesting trends that we're definitely going to see take off quite a bit.